So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. He dumps it down to Ingram. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
What we got?
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Check, Mike 57. I got you, son. He's crossing. He's checking cross. Shoot. Rush in.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 57. Mike, 57.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Let's put that team on the hook. Motion. Kill. Tighten up.
On the ground with a tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Jets first down.
57's right. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Lady. 57's Mike.
Darnold from the red zone now. This one caught by Crowder. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Darnold. And caught by Thomas. Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Jackson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle is going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Third down and 12.
Got it! 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. There's a party now.
On third down, Jackson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Darnold. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Motion, motion, motion.
On second down, it's Bell. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half.
There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 60 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Let's go. Come on, set.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They run, it's Mark Ingram, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Let's get it.
From the gun, Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd
Here we go.
and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Check 9, check 9. 22, check, over. 22, check, over.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ingram. And an alley to run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Ingram. Wiggles free. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Ingram. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jackson to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Check 24, check 24.
Now it's Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try and run. Edwards. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go, let's bring it.
Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Cook now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. It's fielded at the 45. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
48 smart. Hey, pick your game up.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
64, keep going.
Darnold on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. first down. It's Bell. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Exit. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Back to throw, Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 6 yards away. And the Jets will extend their lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help him at contract time.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know that...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, And then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
At the 12-yard line.
Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. To throw is Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Darnold. And Anderson's got it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And the Jets 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Bell, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second and 12, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Caught here by Bell. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Now Bell stopped up behind the line as he's going to wind up losing a couple here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. On the draw, this is Ingram. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Go. Go. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Go take. Bill.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. Now, wait a minute. Did the Jets get it? They did. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. The Jets on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 14. Darnold from the red zone now. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Herndon's got it complete. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Jackson now. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Mark Ingram unable to get past the marker. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. The first down run with Bell is he'll get about 6 there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Check X3, 218, chopper.
On first down, it's Darnold, and he's got it complete to Anderson. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Bell. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They give it off here to the tight end. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Here's Bell, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head to head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it.